Hey everyone, and welcome back to the channel. So today we are going to build something really exciting. Okay, so we are going to build a mini e-commerce website from scratch, and that it will be inside the Cursor ID. So today we are not going to use the Visual Studio Code just like usual. Okay, so we are going to use a Cursor IDE, but here's the twist. I'm not just going to build a store. Okay, I'm going to show you how the code normally comes with all the bugs and errors and all kind of the headaches, yeah, and then how a brand new AI tool called a TestSprite will steps in and automatically find and fix those bugs for us. Okay, so in this video we'll spin up a brand new next.js project and add some products, cards and checkout pages, yeah, and then we'll intentionally add some bugs and then let the TestSprite debug and fix them live. Okay, and by the end of the video you'll see why using TestSprite isn't just nice to have. Okay, it's becoming an absolute must have if you want to code faster, smarter and with a fewer mistakes. So let's dive right in and start our coding tutorial. So if you do not have any projects related to e-commerce, so I'll give you a GitHub repo of my e-commerce site. Okay, and that is a pretty small site, so you can just click onto the code and you can get the GitHub clone. Just click to the copy and click to the clone repo, and you can just paste the URL over here and click to the clone from the GitHub. Okay, now just select any folder from your desktop or anywhere. So I'll click the demo and select as a repository destination. Then I'll click the open on the same. So here's a app, and inside app we have a layout, global.css and not found.tsx, and a page, okay, which are already changed and updated. Okay, and inside the checkout we have a page.tsx as well. So and if you do not have a cursor, then you can just come to the description and click the link and you can download it for the Windows as well. Okay, so come back to the terminal of the Cursor ID. So first of all, what we'll write is we'll write the npm install, which will install all the dependencies that you will require to run this project. Okay, so and we'll wait for a while, and after our dependencies are installed, we'll write a npm run dev, so which will start our dev server. Okay, so after starting our dev server, press enter and we'll choose click onto the localhost 3000. So this is our e-commerce site, which have a logo of the title of the blog store, and which have a navigation bar of the home, and which have an invisible go to cart button, which is our first bug here. And the second bug is our gaming mouse, which does not have any image, and the third bug is our checkout, which shows no error or no product has been selected. Or if you click into the buy now, you can see the confirm purchase for product 1, but it does not give you any price, any images or anything. Okay, let's see for the product 3. So it gives only the ID number but does not show which product has been selected or buyed. Okay, so come back to the description and we'll all solve this using a TestSprite. Okay, so what is a TestSprite? So it is the world first fully autonomous end-to-end AI testing agent, which actually installed directly in the ID cursor, or you can install it in the VS Code as well or the Claude. And the main thing is it is completely free. It is giving a free trial for the first month, okay, which is our starter pack. And yeah, so it is the first fully automated testing agent in your ID, which is perfect for anyone building with the AI. Okay, and which validates everything, catches error instantly, and even propose or applies the fixes. So how do we start this? So come back to the main page and you click on the sign in button. Now you continue with your Google account. Okay, and then after you continue, you will come back to the dashboard of the TestSprite. Then click onto the MCP test. Okay, so after you click on the MCP test, you see a small pop-up, and then you just need to click into the quick install. After you click on the quick install, what you'll need to do is we'll just create a API later on and add to the cursor and open the cursor. Okay, so you can see installing MCP server will execute command with the same privilege as your and our is fully trusted to the server, and this is the command you have here. And down below environment variables, we'll add our API key. So go back to the test script. Okay, and then come to the setting, just scroll down, you can see there is a API key, just click it, and then you can see here's a new API key. Just click on the new API key and then give a name. Let's give a name a demo, and then let's click enter. After this you can see there's an API key created, but here's the thing, it should be securely copied. Okay, if once you close this model, the key will not be displayed again. So now come back and copy it and come back to the cursor, and then you can paste your API key over here and click to the install. So as you can see, the TestSprite has installed its server over here and the MCP of the cursor ID, and these are its latest agents. So we need generate code and execute and front-end test, back-end test as well. Okay, and others are quite important as well. So just expand the chat, and what you will need to write is start testing with TestSprite. Okay, so here's a prompt already given what we need to type, and it will take care of the rest. So just copy this prompt and click into the got it, and then come back to the cursor and just paste it and just press enter. Okay, and it will take a while, and it will give you a just run a bootstrap test for the front-end project. Okay, it's called a TestSprite bootstrap test. So click into the run, so it will open a new page. So if you are just open it, so it will open a testing configuration. So it will be either a backend or a frontend. You can do both at one. And there's a code base and a code difference. So code base is for whole code and code difference is for particular code. So we'll choose a code base, and down below you can do a user authentications. Okay, if you want a private, so you can do a test a username and password as well. So the main thing here is you need to choose a local host of the 3000 with a port of the 3000, and if you open your website, you can see the port 3000 is used, and if you have run the dev server, you can see the port 3000 is used here as well. So please make sure their server is running and reachable. Yes, it is reachable. And down below we have a product specification and doc, which it gives you a desired product features, purpose, and how it should work. So come to the desktop and come to the demo, and inside the Git repo I have provided you a PDF file of the bug free store developer documentation.pdf. Just click it and open it, and you can you can just click it onto the continue and then click onto the okay. So after this, let's check what bug free store developer documentation.pdf have. So first of all, we have here is our project overview. Okay, so what our store is, that is an e-commerce web application built in Next.js, and the main important thing over here is the desired feature and expected behavior, which is read by our AI. Okay, so first one we have here is go to the cart, and to make sure all three product image appears, that is our gaming mouse is done appear, the image is invisible, or the link is broken. And third thing is we have a broken link, that is when you click on the buy now, the link doesn't work, or when you click on the checkout, it shows no product selected. Okay, so these are the three bugs that need to be fixed. Okay, and yeah, and down below we have everything that is needed for a documentation, that is setup and installation and everything. Okay, so come back to the cursor IDs, just click onto the run, it will run a TestSprite generate and everything. Just click onto the run, and now what it will do is it will create a test. Okay, it will generate a standardized PRD. TestSprite will generate a standard PRD, and it will generate some test as well, that is TestSprite generate front-end test plan, as you can see over there. Just click on the run, and then it will generate some test and produce the report. Okay, so come back to the TestSprite and refresh your page. You should see in the home page the test has been created. Okay, for the front end, that is 0 out of 10 test has passed. And if you click onto the bug free store, okay, if you click onto the bug free store over the creation name, then you can see which tests are running and which are the latest status. So it will give us a latest status, that is if it failed or if it passed. Okay, so coming back to the cursor ID, if you see here one test have been done but it does not pass. Okay, so it failed, as you can see over here in the TestSprite dashboard, and one test passed, that is 404 page displayed for invalid route and navigate. So let's click it, and you can see and you can preview as well what it has given. So TestSprite is very good at this, and it has also given us a description of what it has done. Okay, so let's see which test has passed. Okay, so this test passed. So what does it mean? So when we click on the go cart button or anything that does not have a root, so it goes to the 404 page error, which is a pass test. Okay, and 1 out of 10 or 3 out of 10 test has been passed. And okay, let's come back to the cursor ID. Okay, so what we want here is we want all the failures that is over here want to be get passed. Okay, that is to make our website more better. So can you fix the failure in the front end? Okay, so can you fix the failure in the front end and press the enter. So inside the TestSprite it will again run, and then it will try to fix everything. That is, first of all, it will fix the card button, I think. Okay, so here it will just create a similar test just like it created before. Okay, okay, as you can see, it has created another color black, and just let's keep it all changed. Okay, so the color is black, and if you come back to the website, you can see here, and if you come back to the website, you can see the go to the card button is visible in the UI now. And yeah, so it has again started the process. As you can see over here, that is 0 out of 10 with completed and 0. So if you refresh the page, you can see another test has been created by a TestSprite. Okay, so it does not give you any, it doesn't have any code, so it will only show you a test that you have created. Okay, and these are the tests that has been running, and these are the latest status. Okay, so after a while it will show you how many tests has passed and how many hasn't. Okay, and if you can see, the more you tried with the TestSprite, so more it will give a pass test. Okay, so it will fix your bug, everything. So as you can see, if you click to the go to card now, so your cart is empty, it shows your, and if you click on the buy now option, you can see it has a confirmed purchase for wireless headphone and a total, but it hasn't give everything like description and image and a total and other things. Okay, but still the checkout is not better. So coming back to the IDE, okay, so cursor, if you refresh the page, as you can see over here, okay, almost 6 out of 10 test has been passed, and the test looks better. So before it was only 5 out of 10. Okay, and right now it is 6 out of 10. And when you check to the failed one as well, so it gives you different validations and everything, and that is the checkout page is not good. Okay, so it expect a PROROZ product, but the root is completely incorrect, so the checkout is not working. Okay, so it gives an error product. So coming back, okay, so if you check, that is 10 out of 10 progress has been completed and only 8 has passed. So that means before it was 5 out of 10 and right now it is 8 out of 10, which means our website is getting better and better by each and every test it has performed. Okay, by an TestSprite. Okay, so if you come to the home page, so you can see 5 out of 10 for the before and 8 out of 10 that we have just recently tested. Okay, so now what we'll do is we'll now work for the backend part. Okay, that is our checkout page and everything, and also the add to the cart button and everything. Okay, so the front end looks better, but now the backend is completely messed. So what we'll do is now we'll work on the project backend using the TestSprite. So just click on the run, and then what it will do is it will again run a bootstrap test. Okay, so that is, you just need to click onto the backend. Before we have chosen the front end part, now we'll choose the backend part, and we'll want a code base because we want to scan the whole data, the whole code. Okay, and you can leave the authentications, and the port should be 3000 as I've already told you. Okay, the port is the 3000, and down below the product specification docs we have already selected the PDF. So now just click onto the continue and click onto the OK. So coming over here to the cursor ID, so it will just ask you to run. So just click onto the run, and then it will create a similar type of the test. Just you can see over here in the sidebar the another TestSprite backend test plan.json has been created over here. So it will create another test for the backend as well. So you just have to click onto the run, click onto the run again. So yeah, the process has been created, the test has been created, and around, if you refresh the TestSprite dashboard, okay, so you should see it has a backend test 0 out of 7 pass. Okay, so if you click onto the bug free store, so you can actually see which test has been created and which tests are being checked and which tests are being running, and it will show you a latest status as well, like before for the front end part. Okay, and if you wait for a while, so it will just pass okay, so it will just give you a test executed, and if you refresh your page, you should see a test, which test had been passed and which failed. Okay, so if you click onto the bug free store down arrow, you should see 4 out of 7 test has passed and around 3 failed. Okay, so if you have to accept that, and then again just run. Okay, so it has again, and the test has been created again, so it is doing a test again. It has made some changes by itself. The TestSprite has brought some changes by itself, and it is doing the change. And as you can see over here, that 7 out of 7 test has been run, and the 7 out of 7 test has been passed. So as you can see, why TestSprite is so useful in our daily thing. Okay, so that 7 out of 7 test passed is quite difficult to make if you are doing by yourself. Okay, and by the use of the TestSprite, we have got a 7 out of 7 test passed. And as you can see, if we click onto the buy now, so it is working perfectly, but the UI is not good. If you go to the card, the card is empty. So what do we want over here is we want to make our add to cart button and link them to the checkout, and also our checkout page need to look better, not like that. Okay, so that's just a text only, so we want our image, description, and everything. So what it will do is it will change everything. Like as you can see, the red one are the one which it will remove, and the green part over here is the one it has added, the TestSprite has added by itself. Okay, so what we need to do is we just click onto the keep all. Okay, and then we come back, and as you can see over here, when we click onto the add to the cart, it will ask click onto OK, and when you go to the cart, so you should see here a wireless headphone. Okay, so these are the thing that are created by a TestSprite. Okay, so which was actually a bug, it has now fixed. And if you click onto the go to the cart button as well again, so you can see the smartwatch has been added. Yeah, and yeah, so if you click onto the checkout, you should see a checkout page as well differently. Okay, and if you click on the home, so it will come back to the home. You can see a checkout, no product has been selected. Okay, so yeah, and if you click onto the home, so it will come back to the home again. Okay, so 7 out of 7 test has been passed, and our e-commerce site, our mini e-commerce site is working perfectly. Yeah, so before in the front end we have a 5 out of 10 and it became 8 out of 10, and in the back end we have 4 out of 7, and at last we have a 7 out of 7 test passed, which means the TestSprite works perfectly. And yes, this is our final product. And thank you guys for watching, and thanks to the TestSprite as well for giving us this world first fully autonomous and end-to-end AI agent. Yeah, and for helping us create this beautiful e-commerce site. And yeah, so if you have any question, please leave the comment in the box, leave a comment, and please subscribe my channel, like my video, and please hit the bell icon so you can come back and learn